Yo, what's going on? Jay Freeze from Unforgiven podcast.
It's that boy Trey. It's episode what? Episode 95? I think so. Yeah, the last episode. Yeah, it's like episode 95.
We'll figure it out.
But we got a guest in the house today. Yes, go introduce yourself, man.
BOTB Records, man. It's the mob, man. Big TrenchGod, KofStackz TrenchGod, man.
Bet.
You already know, TrenchGod. You find me on the gram at the real _TrenchGod, DRENXCHGOD. You already know.
Huh?
Who in the
Big
building?
cheese, bitch. It don't get no bigger.
No bigger.
You feel me? This the BOTB edition, you heard?
Yes, sir.
That's how we carrying it.
Yes, sir. We're going to find out what number it is, too.
Yeah. We're gonna figure it out.
Figure it all out.
Definitely.
So I was gonna say, tell the viewers like where you from, what was like growing up and shit.
Originally from West Philly, you know what I'm saying? 61st, 62nd and all of that, 62nd and Reese. But, I put in a lot of work. I ran around and all that in Southwest. That's where I jumped off the porch at, so that's what we repping. I mean, it's still 6'2" to the death, but I'm an old block baby, man.
Mm-hmm.
Back block baby and all that. Double R, Almond Street, and, the come up for us was different. Like I said, I was based around music. From the 60s, my Uncle Fat Larry's band, my pop Prophets of the Ghetto, that was like in the 90s. They toured with X and all of them, 100X, a lot of Philly artists, moved around. And me, I ain't take the same, like if it was up to my pop, I might have been on. But that was a whole nother lane. They did like conscious rap, like hip hop, like most of your Talibs and shit like that. That's what I grew up around and all of that. But I had to tell my own story, so that's how we get here. And I gotta say big shout out to Cuz. This was like day one, and a lot of niggas don't stick to their day ones. This somebody that was like real loyal, held it down. When I told him, yo, look, 4th Throttle, we going, he ain't hesitate. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. And that's as far as I could go as far as the upbringing. We're not gonna talk too much about street. We gonna keep the music, but niggas ran around, niggas did they ticking, but we gonna keep it strictly business and music. That's what we on, man.
Big facts. All right, well, tell you how you got started in music. Like what age you inspired you? I know you so much in pops.
Yeah, I was 5 when I start putting shit together. As far as my pop and them, like I said, countless nights of. I think I had to be in all of 2nd grade and just watching them. Like, my pop spot was the rehearse spot. So they had a group, Prophets of the Ghetto. It's like 8, 9 members. So could you imagine coming home from school, 7, 8 years old, and there's 10 niggas in the basement, music bumping. I'm talking about like the whole house shaking till 12, 1 in the morning. Mm-hmm. The kids, everybody wanted to go upstairs and go to sleep. But to me, that was like, I got to get down there. I got to see what's going on. So I would like sit up, sneak downstairs until eventually they start pulling me down, and I got tuned in with what was going on and seeing what was going on. And then once they found out, like, oh, he actually can put the pen to the pad and put words together, they embraced it. And, from there, it just was up. Like, I've rapped ever since then. I didn't start taking it serious probably till about 18, 19, like I said, playing around in the streets and shit like that. But I'm groomed from that, like All Purpose was one of my big inspirations. Y'all can go Google him and check who that is.
Purpose.
All Purpose, man. All Purpose. Soul-tastic, Fat Nice. Like, these is people from my era back then. Shout out to Kev, Pitch Black, 100X. It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Was you strictly music or you used to battle too?
Yeah, that's what they used to get me to do.
Oh, right.
Like, they would come get me to battle grown men. Like, I'm all a 9 or 10, and back then that's when battling was original. That's break beats and niggas break dance. This the 90s.
90, right.
You had the locks, you had X and all, like, so that's the era of that. That's what I came from. So battling was like a major forte in my life. Me and him would go at it, the sharpen steel. I would go at it with them in the basement. And we went from there to, like, high school is when it... High school tipped the scales for me, though. Mm-hmm. Like, that's when I really got into battling. That's where I met Mav at.
All right.
Me and Mav met at high school. We linked. I got all this on there, but I got tats on my arm. GS, that was Goon Squad. I was like the leader and founder of that. It was about a good 30 to 40 of us. And me and Mav was like the face of it. It was a bunch of niggas that rap West, North, Southwest. It was just a whole bunch of us. Back then, we wasn't organized. We just was a bunch of young niggas running around rapping. But that's somebody like Mav. was like glued to my hip. Like that was, you ain't see Mav without seeing me. You ain't see me without seeing Mav. So that's how we carried it, man.
So how you come up with the name, the stage name?
Yeah.
Which part, KofStackz or TrenchGod?
The first one.
KofStackz, well, it changed like 30 times. It used to be Kof. It actually was Kofa, just saying Kofa. If anybody knew what saying Kofa is, that's an African tribe. It had something to do with like a bird. It was basically like an owl or something that he could look at his pads. He could turn his neck to like a 90-degree angle and look at his pads. I got that name from one of the people in my dad group, Fat Nice. He was just like, you so ahead of your time and you so blessed. And when it come to music, like lyrically, it's just in you. So it was a lot of shit I ain't have to do. Well, to them, I didn't have to do, and I was doing that other artists wasn't. I performed in front of like poor righteous teachers when I was like 9. If anybody know who that is, like, they was somebody that was on. I performed in front of Naughty by Nature. So I've actually got to experience some of the artists that was of our era and our time. I've actually like been around these people and performed with these people. And the name flips just came after that. KofStackz. It was Kof Captain. It was saying Kofa, Kof the Mad Rapper, Kof Captain, Kof Cap. And then, like I said, I jumped off the porch, So after that, I was getting money, and then that's when the name Stacks came in. And I think I went down south, and they was like, you better than Meek Mills, you better than Beanie Sigel, you always in the trenches. We gonna call you the god of the trenches. And then I just, I put 2 and 2 together, KofStackz TrenchGod, and that's how we came about with that name.
Oh, all right. That's dope.
All right. Well, if you could collab with anybody dead or alive, who would it be? Like, what would be like your dream collaboration?
That's
They always be stuck in there every time.
Everybody always gets
stuck.
Everybody.
That's a heavy question. Yeah, definitely free the jails, man. Free my boy Last. Free Kim Rock too, man. He was another founder and face it back
Free
on
Saucy.
top. Free Saucy.
Members.
Wow. X is definitely one of them. I'm gonna have to go with X.
DMX?
I'm gonna have to go with X.
R.I.P.
That was one of like my biggest inspirations outside of what I grew up around. Like DMX was like a big inspiration on me. So I would have to go to X. Dead or alive, I would have to go with X.
X?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it? Yeah.
No, that's if we gonna say dead.
All right.
But alive.
Alive, if I could collab with an artist, I would say Ye.
Yeah. That's
I would say Kanye.
That's
Would you want to
definitely.
collab with him? Like, would you want him to produce, or you want him to actually? Hop
I
on the
think I
track?
would want both. Like,
Both.
I would want him to create the sound for what we're doing,
Yeah, and then,
and
hop
then
on
actually
give
get
you
in
a
there and
verse.
record.
Yeah, I feel you.
They say Ye hard to work with though.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They be switching
They
shit
be on
up
some
all the
shit,
time.
man.
I'm fine with that.
That
You
nigga-
see what I'm saying? Like nothing comes to you can't rush. I've been promoting my album for 2 years. You can't rush perfection. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
You can.
He make niggas rewrite their verse all that. You heard about that? Like he made.
yeah, but see, I ain't a rewriter. Like when I go in, that's that.
I mean, and Ye though, man. If Ye be like, look, you
Listen, you sit me in the room. I've sat around these guys. I'm not like I said. I'm. That's why. One day I think we was on there arguing, going back and forth with Def and them. Mav had got me out of my element, and I'm like, "What have you done for the city?" Like a lot of niggas don't know. Like I post a lot, but it's a lot of stuff I don't even talk about. Like I've been around like people that's really working. Zaytoven, Future, Nicki, Jim Jones. I mean, I've sat in the room with some great artists, man, producers, Hit Boy, and all of them. Like it's
Hit Boy dope. Fuck with Hit Boy.
if you ask Cole for a verse, man, you don't let me go first. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man.
You got any upcoming projects or shows? Well, you said the album, right?
Yeah, show wise, we shot like I said, due to COVID, it's real. It's really really hard. We got cheese in them right now. I want to say shout out to BMO. They carrying it for the label right now as far as performing. I'm not much so focused on performing right now because, like I said, I'm working on the album, and we want to I want to play the backstage. I want to play behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting older. I'm 30. It's time to start investing and putting my time into the youth and falling back. I'm not trying to be 40 and rapping. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
so it's like that time is approaching for me, and my goal is if it ain't by 35, if I'm not stature to where I want to be by 35, then we gonna go ahead and hang it up. But as far as performing, they definitely locking the city down right now. Like BMO, band members only, that's Cheese, Toxic, and Cows. They run around performing everywhere, like anywhere you could think of.
We try and lock something in on the 25th of February, but I ain't gonna say too much.
As far as projects, like I said, I got Trench World about to drop. That's the album.
Okay.
And I got beats from so many different producers. I switched the album around so many times.
How many tracks?
I'm gonna actually go ahead and give them like 20.
20?
That might be a lot for people to grasp.
Yeah, because a lot of people's attention span like
It's not that.
You know what I'm saying? That's
But this is 2 years.
Oh, so you
of
was
solid work. I've actually
years.
sent Mav tracks. They might not even
make the cut.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like
I feel
we working, man. We working, and it's a
who y'all
process.
listen to in the city? You fuck with any artists in the city?
Me personally,
He said
I was waiting for
He was already.
they hate when I say it. They
Go ahead,
they
go
can
ahead.
tell y'all
Go
there.
ahead, go ahead.
But like I said, man, I'm more so it's us for real. But outside of us is you got West 59th Street,
Shout out was.
Lyrical Assassin, man. I told niggas I'm tuned in to Push Your Feet. That's my guy, Core.
Or
Fuck with Leaf Ward.
Yeah, I fuck with Leaf. A lot of niggas be mad at me like, why you don't collab with Leaf? Why you don't this with Leaf? We just gotta lock in. You see what I'm saying? They saying he the new face, so that's somebody I would want to work with.
They
But-
did a track with the boy Tor recently, not too long ago. They did a song together on that Tor project.
That Biggie Pac John.
Yeah,
Like
that joint was
shit.
alright. I fucked with that joint.
He actually, like I said, we all them touring on. We used to all record in Juice Basement, man. So like, it's all familiar. Like I know, like everybody else, like I know these dudes. So I ain't. You see what I'm saying? Like I like to make it work. I don't like to pressure nothing, push nothing,
exactly.
pressure
Organically.
nothing. If it happens, it happens. Like it's organic. It got to be organic.
Right.
shit.
I definitely feel that. I'm about to say, tell us about the label, like how you come up with the name and all that. Like,
BOTB Records, man. That's me and 88 Michi. Y'all might seen jump in and out the lives from time to time with Mav and all of them.
I probably-
88 Michi, you probably
Michi,
seen
I
him, you probably
did,
didn't,
I
but
probably
that's like Big Bro, Big Dog, like Big Wolf. He the one that sit me around them big names that I told you, like Zaytoven in the future. Like, we'll go over and beyond to make sure the label is where it's supposed to be. Him and Drench, man, these two dudes' work ethic is impeccable. Like they work, and I couldn't have honestly done it without them. But as far as it getting started, you know, that was a thing of I think I was fucking with my man Blizzard Duffy, my barber. Me actually cut too. So my man Blizz at the time was like one of the sharpest people in the city. He owned like 34 barber schools. He teach classes. But long story short, he was cutting me. I leave him, get to my aunt crib. She gay. She get,
like what?
Like, what the fuck?
she a boy. But she was getting lined up for Michi and all that. And when she got done, I'm like, damn, who cut you? And she like, oh, it was my neighbor, the boy with me. He was my aunt neighbor.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, yo, what you do? Long story short, he charged 10 hours for a cut, wash your hair, blow dry it, get it done. I go get a cut from him, man. I'm playing my music. One day I'm sitting there in the cut. I said, yo, put this shit on, man. He put it on, and when he listening, he like, what you doing? I just come home and all that. I'm like, man, look, I just come home. I ain't fucking with nobody. He like, whatever you doing, I'm stamping it. I want to get behind it. Like, I want to go half with you on whatever you got going on. And I'm like, we going to make it work. We going to see. Because niggas, you know, niggas bullshit. Niggas say they going to. So I'm like, yeah, we'll see. And I dropped something. He was there. I said, I want to put this together. He started going half with studio time. Around the time I was fucking with an engineer named Fern. That was me and Mav's engineer. Produced for people like Todd Tribbett, Lil Wayne, T.I., two-time Grammy winner.
Solid.
We start going half on sessions with Fern, and every time we were locked in, it was a good thing. So I just was officially like, look, nigga, you putting me back on my feet. Let's do it. He like, we back on top. We back on top for L. And after that, the name just stuck with it. He like, man, we back on top, boys. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's how we going. And from there, you know, that's the name we locked in with. And then, like I said, I wanted to further the situation once I started seeing, like, I'm getting older and I started seeing how the scene of the music was changing. I'm like, look, let's take this and let's become CEOs. Let's become bosses at this point. The label, the city needs, like You got dream chasers. But I don't really think you could come downtown and point out a DC building. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
It's a bunch of labels in the city. The closest thing, as I said to you, we had was Gamble and Huff. And that caught on fire. So it's like, back on Top Boy Records, I want to be able to have that be the next big thing, but since Gamble and Huff. And, you know, that's a huge accomplishment. We talking about Gamble and Huff.
Yeah,
that's
history.
Patty and
Facts.
Teddy and people of that nature.
That.
So it's like
Facts. Big facts.
that's big shoes to fulfill. So it was like,
I feel that.
let's jump in that lane and let's do it. And that's where I'm at with the label.
All right, I'm about to ask you, like, what's your style of? Because I know you somewhere like earlier. Like, what's your style of music? Like, what would you consider? Would you consider trap, drill? Like, what would you consider? Like, because I mean, like, it's different now. It's different, huh?
I can jump in.
Can I say? I say godly.
Godly?
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. Godly. All right.
Godly flow.
Godly flow.
What's that?
I don't know.
Come on, that's our own lane.
Oh, y'all
Godly.
It just came out like.
When you hear a TrenchGod track, it's just godly. You understand what I'm saying? The voice, it make you shut the fuck up and listen, no matter what. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying?
He said godly.
So vulgar, but it's just like, come on, it's just, who the fuck is this? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Elegant.
It's godly. It's just a godly flow.
I put it like this. Do you know what an MC is?
Of course, Master Ceremony. You talking about Master? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Like, come on, man. Like,
Mic controller, master
mic controller,
ceremony.
Yeah.
I'm one of them people where I've always controlled the room.
Facts.
But like, if you could compare yourself to like a big artist, who would you?
I wouldn't compare it's one Kof. You don't. My sound is one me.
Okay, I mean, all right, who influenced you, music wise?
I just told you. You got X, Kiss, Ross, my guy, Drake.
Yeah, Drake.
I was a big Luda fan.
Yeah, Luda. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm just trying to get it because I ain't really tuned into your music that much. So I'm just trying to get a feel with you.
You don't know what you
We gonna get in this. We gonna get in.
You don't know
I'm
what
gonna
you
tune in. I
missing.
gotta tune in.
What topics like the album? I want you to elaborate on the album though. Like, what's like the theme of it though? Like, I mean,
I'm calling it Trench World because it's like it's the everyday struggles of what I go through, but what we go through as a whole.
Okay.
I think the other day we was on a live and it was like the black man don't
we gonna talk
the
about
black
that, too.
woman
Yeah, we gonna talk about that. Yeah.
don't have it as hard as the black man, and
Yeah.
that's really like my whole narrative to the like. As a black man, we go through so much. Like I feel like we don't get a break. We don't get a chance to. We're not allowed to be emotional. We're not allowed to complain. We told, you know, if you cry or you do certain things that you consider weak. So with this album, I just wanted to like face those factors and let people know, like, as I'm human at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? As men in general, like all of us, as brothers, as black, we're human at the end of the day. So I'm touching on like real life topics. Like I have drill music on there. I have R&B, which is like I make the best R&B songs hands down. If you ask me, I love R&B. Like I don't even listen to rap when I get in my zone. I listen to R&B, and then I go right. It sounds weird, but that's just how I operate. And
Everybody got their own. You know?
I tapped into a little bit of everything, and that's why I think it took 2 years for the whole process, because I was testing out. Let me see if they'll like this. Let me see if I could do what these young boys doing now. Let me see if I could go drill. Let me see if I could go. But now I packaged it up, and it's like one big Christmas gift in one. I touch on so many different topics, so I think the people will love it, man.
What's the due date?
Now we didn't have one. But now we going for March 3rd, man.
Wow.
March 3rd.
That's the death date of my grandma. Rest in peace, Willie. You know what I'm saying? We going for March 3rd.
I was about to ask you. So, what's your plans for the label? Like y'all got any rollouts? You know what I mean, how y'all gonna roll out like the artists and whatever? Like,
All right, so we got Dripper already. Dripper dropped the album.
Okay.
Lil Dripper is nasty. 17, about to be 18. He from Philly. He from North, but he live in Jersey right now. But the sound that young boy bring, like he remind me a little me as far as his arrogance and the way he put me, like he go in the booth and he come back out and it's perfected, like it's a classic without. He don't gotta do too much. He get it like man probably told y'all like I'm one of the best freestylers. Like Dripper could get in there and freestyle something. He put music together so beautifully. Like I've never heard it sound like it. So I take to him a lot now. As I said before, it's a bunch of, we got We got Dripper, we got Jelly. They a pair. They call the Evil Twins.
Okay.
So they together. Then you got BMO, which is Cheese, Toxic, and Kells.
Shit.
You got Big Freako, you know what I'm saying, South Carolina. You got TrenchGod. Now he give you more to y'all listen to like Conway and Benny the Butcher and artists like them. This I'm not comparing them to it.
Right.
But he give you that sound of like pure essence. When Drench really talk like he witty with words. So you get a feel of everything from Back on Top Records. It's not just one label. Like you're not going. You see how if it's a certain label, you hear it like CMG.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
EST and them might sound like Black Youngster, and them sound like Gotti, and them sound like Bad. Everybody sound like somebody in a sense.
Now that's dope.
Back on Top has no one controlled substance. There's no. You can't tame one sound. Like everybody has their own sound.
Whatever your high is, you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got any other people on the team like videographers or producers?
Who James, man?
Who James?
Shout out to Who James, man.
Come on, man.
We got 2 new visuals on the way too, man. Slide, that's the Evil Twins, Jelly and Dripper. And then we got my one of my singles, Clout Chasing, that's out now. He just shot that, so both of them visuals will be coming soon. South Carolina, man, he working with some of the biggest artists in the game. 42 Doug, Lotto, Zaytoven. James, this little nigga bombing right now, man. I'm proud of him. It's my little cousin. He from
Shout
North.
out Who James, man.
But he live out South Carolina.
Word. So get the viewers your social media and your way to contact you and shit before we hop into topics.
KofStackz promo, KofStackz PROMO on IG.
I thought y'all was gonna give it to
everybody?
I gave mine in the beginning. I ain't.
Give it again.
All right.
Give it again.
TrenchGod. The real TrenchGod. The real _ DAREL _DRENXCHGOD. TrenchGod.
And it's Big Cheese, you hear me? BIG.CHESEE. 3 E's. My last page got hacked.
Wait,
Man, this little toasty in this bitch.
We good. We are.
I want to get back to that topic when you was talking about with the we was talking about how black men and all that. It's like, cause I remember Jew was talking about it, and I was like, when you saying like they got it hard, I'm like, ow, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I agree with that, but this is my thing though. Did you hear about the Fresh and Fit John when they was talking about preference and all that? And all black women was like mad about that. You ain't hear about that? Like,
with like Kevin Samuels and all that.
Well, not Kevin Samuels, but like he's similar to like I see
person
in
in
that
that podcast
lane.
they was talking about.
They was basically saying like, how can I put it? They was saying like basically preference like they preference is not black women, and it went viral, like they caught a whole uproar.
Saying black men's preference isn't black women. That's what they were saying.
They preference not black women.
He talk about some shit like you want to just keep running around dating Keishas or something.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, what was your thoughts on that? Like, do you feel like somebody?
I missed it.
Oh, you missed it?
I just was catching bits and pieces of what people were saying.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't actually tune into it, but
Yeah, I caught that shit.
I'm not mad at him.
You're not mad at him? You're not mad at him?
I can't be mad at that.
That's his preference.
I mean, his preference, but I feel like the only thing I feel like he drawing on with the whole, Shaniqua kid, like, come on, bro. Like, he called them Night Riders and all that. It's like, that's kind of drawn. Like,
It's an
that's,
opinion.
He just said the key words.
It's an opinion.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, it's an
And I
opinion.
think that's people's problem.
That's not a fact.
People mind
not-
other
it's not a
people's
fact, but
business.
it's like,
opinion.
I just feel like it's a way of saying shit. Like me personally, I don't like white girls, right? But I'm not gonna be like, I don't like Becky's. I don't like, you know what I mean?
You already
Real
said
stuff.
it. I don't like white girls. Just
no,
go ahead.
No, I'm saying, but it's a way. No, I'm saying, it's a way you. I can say some like it's a difference though. It's how you say it though. I'm not on no disrespectful
You don't
shit.
have
like,
to say
ugly
nothing.
shit.
Do it. See,
don't got-
that's people catering to people's feelings and emotions. You don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're grown. This is your personal opinion. If you feel this way, voice it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the problem
And
with a lot of people. A lot of people
about.
are scared to voice what they truly feel.
But that's because of the backlash you gonna get.
But that's
Why are
I'm
you
saying,
worried
but
about backlash? We get that 24/7.
Sometimes though that shit can fuck up like
It can fuck up a lot.
like
Go ahead.
money and shit like that.
It
You
can
know what
fuck
I'm
up a
saying?
lot.
If you allow it.
Not to go off topic, that's like the Meek Mill cover with the
Oh, yeah,
with
this
the
was the
black.
Pain
Yeah,
joint.
they
Yeah.
was trying to blacklash him on that joint or whatever.
What you
Did
thought?
y'all listen to Uncle Murder 2021 wrap up?
Yeah, I heard that, John.
No, I ain't hear that.
I heard that, Joe.
It was something where he said something like, he said something to the extent as like I hope he was like Lil Nas X gonna die from AIDS like Eazy-E. I hope the LGBT community don't cancel me. And then he go into like the situation with the baby and
yeah. But that's expect. But see, that's different. See, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like with music, like especially with rap. See, me, I feel like that's why like rap is free expression. It's expression. It's not literal. Like if I say something like rap is not literal. You know what I mean? We got similes, metaphor. It's not literal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't
so
look
what
at
about
it like,
this? He mentioned another part that stuck out to me. The Dave Chappelle. People problem is everybody wants to be in somebody's bed. If everybody just minded, like, it's people that told me how you a rapper, a drug dealer, and go to work. It's 24 hours in a day. What are you not doing? Why are you worried about what I'm?
Yeah, not for you.
I've never understood how people can force so much energy on one topic or one situation or one person. That don't stop that man from really. I mean, it might block a few things, but it ain't really gonna stop a person from eating. The baby ain't really stopped eating.
He ain't stopped eating.
He dropped that.
He missed out on a lot of money.
He just missed out on a couple thousand. That can happen to you. That can happen to you on the regular if you come from what I come from.
Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
See, that's what I'm saying. Not to cut you off, but see, that's the thing. Like me, I'm all for freedom of speech. That's why I just want to call Unforgiven. Like we don't give a fuck about no. Like
I love that.
We unfiltered, dog. Like it's like we know we gonna rub motherfuckers' shoulders. Like I don't be ass kissing all that. But at the same time, we live in this era where anything it's just like everybody want dicky. Everybody want to just. You mean tally against it? Just be weird. Like it's a weird era we live in.
Let them.
Let them.
You have to.
Everybody is sensitive, man.
It's too emotional.
Yeah, they too emotional. Yeah. They emotionally impulsive. You feel what I'm saying? You say something to somebody, and then they not thinking like, all right, fuck it, it's just an opinion. They want to react to what you saying. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, that's America though.
Yeah, but imagine getting like thousands of people. Like, all right, let's say the podcast. We say because I say what the fuck I want to say, but say we say some shit, or you say something in your song. Everybody, let's boycott Kof.
Well, then they just boycotted Kof. That's still not going. That's not going to stop my hunger. That's still not going to stop me from dropping. That's not going. When we was in, here goes another example. When man said my man ain't walking out the room, and he rapped, and everybody in the live was like, "Nah, I ain't really feeling, man." You see, I still stuck to what I stuck to.
Who you talking about?
When my man got in the live and rapped, and
I
really feeling him.
I do remember that.
I'm sticking to what I know. I mean, I feel that shit, nothing is going to change my opinion. I'm one of them people. When my mind made up. So anything that comes before or after that is just that. I don't have no problem with being a villain.
But I'm actually cool. Yeah, I'm the same way. But I'm asking this though. But would you? Because you know, like I said, everybody got their ego, right? Everybody got that chip on their shoulder. Everybody like, you know what I mean? But let's say like. Would you be humble enough, like, say if you was wrong, would you admit, like, all right, nah.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely. I do the crime, I do the time. I want to
All right, I respect that. All right. You know, some people just be, like, delusional. Some motherfuckers like, oh, like,
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong 100%. And you got and that's another thing. A lot of people don't know. It's a fair shit. It's a big number of people that do not take accountability for self-actions. And we are all adults. I don't see... I mean, everybody, this goes back to your household, though. See, I was with my pop, it was always, see, I had the best of both worlds. I chose to be in the streets. Like, I had my daddy and I had my step-pop. It was nigga, let it roll off your back. You a man at the end of the day. Don't let that stop you. Don't. So I always was, it was there for me. You see what I'm saying? To vice versa, to where as though the niggas I hung around, it wasn't there for them. So you gotta be the voice for that. Yo, don't let them people treat you like that. Don't let nobody mute you. Say what's on your mind. Like I come from, like, yeah, nigga, talk. That's how I talk to my friends. People say I come off harsh at times. People say the way I talk to people is too aggressive. I'm not changing me for you.
I feel you. I feel like, yeah. I mean, I definitely feel you in that. I just feel like long as yeah, I feel you.
If y'all can hear our group messages,
I'm about to say that.
Y'all can hear our
we bite each other heads off like crazy and then dap it up and act like
grown ass men. Like niggas be arguing when I
But y'all family though. It's different.
If we wasn't family,
it's 10 of us. It's a lot of testosterone in them joints. It's like 10, 11 of us. Like we deep. So somebody got an issue with that. We laughing. Somebody got it. You know what I'm saying? So, but
niggas have issues every 5 minutes, but that shouldn't stop you from being.
That's a fact.
The show you die today or tomorrow, what happened?
Life goes on, man.
Then you just said the world still do this.
Right. Still revolves.
It don't stop.
It's an emotion.
Something somebody saying can't stop my process.
And then I feel like when you like filter yourself to try to be like do what other people want you to do, it take away the authenticity from you. I don't even know if that's a word, but it sounds good.
Yeah, I know. I be fucking with
I mean, but no, that's real shit though. Like, if I try to dumb down what I'm saying for y'all feelings, it's not gonna be the real me. You feel me? Or it's gonna be a watered down version, and that's not what nobody wants.
Exactly.
When you make music, they want to know who you are.
No, I definitely feel you. It's just this era, man, just weird, man.
They definitely soft as shit.
It's a soft era, man. Like, it ain't like, you know how back in the day you could say whatever you want. There was no backlash. It wasn't. It's like, yo, you stood on it. You know what I mean?
Everybody is running on computers and emotions.
Plus, it's the powers to be to control the media.
That's some savvy politics, like especially when shit go corporate and shit like that. Like that's why a part of me is like, I don't.
You can get canceled for anything now.
Even
Travis Scott, you saw that shit. He ain't had nothing to do with.
That was bullshit to me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That man was. There's no way he should have been held accountable for people not knowing how to control themselves.
Exactly.
He didn't know that concert was. He didn't know they was going to riot and act all crazy and lose their mind like that.
Right.
I come to do a job. Y'all get a little out of character. People die.
They just want somebody to blame.
He felt guilty for it. I'd have paid for them funerals, but I would have told them other people, you know, them that media and them people that's push, fuck y'all.
That's what you would have said.
Something like that.
Oh yeah,
straight like that. Straight like that.
What was it really?
I'm human.
I'm gonna say
y'all bold.
If anything, I'd have told the venue, the place, this y'all fault.
I was about
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That was my saying. Yeah, I'm saying that was my
stage. They should have the security right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's y'all fault.
Yeah,
but it's like
shit.
I get paid to do one thing: perform, put on a show.
Exactly.
How is people?
Like, I don't know.
They canceling a lot of his shows.
They looking at like
losing contract, all type of goofy shit. Like
guess what? Guess what?
He ain't even do nothing. Now imagine if you actually do something.
Guess what? He's still gonna eat. You wanna know why? He got movies out.
Well, yeah, I mean, Travis got rich, so
he got scripts out. You like I said, you're not gonna get what you were supposed to get, but you still gonna eat. Yeah. And I think that's what's important at the end of the day. Long as I'm eating,
I feel you.
Long as I'm getting mine, as long as I can put that spoon in that bowl, we good.
Right.
You might dump a little bit of my milk out, but I'm still gonna eat the cereal. You see what I'm saying?
And then it's like, they canceled him, but what about the million people that love him? 100,000 people canceled him, but 1 million people love him.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel you. It's just that pressure, man. Everybody can't take that pressure. Some niggas fold, man. You got people that snow these shit. You got people that fold. Like, I mean, it's just different.
But then that determines you.
And that's why we the mob, because we don't give a fuck.
No,
don't give a fuck. Like
the mob, bitch.
I definitely feel you on that. What y'all think? Y'all saw what Jim Jones talking about? He said his mom talking about a French kiss.
Yeah, he was.
I thought that was kinky shit.
I ain't heard that.
You ain't hear? I thought that was kinky.
I think he was trolling. I think he might have been trolling.
No, I don't think he was trolling, bro.
Dead serious, dog. Because later on, he tried to say later on he was joking, but
who troll about that though?
Yeah, I wouldn't joke like that. I feel like that's some things you shouldn't be like.
I heard he was rumbling Freddie Gibbs and shit like that. Was that true?
I heard about it. I don't know if that was true. I heard about that. I heard about that.
I thought they was like folks or something like that.
Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah, I thought Jim Jones and Freddie Gibbs was like cool. I don't you know, that's why I said I mind my business. You see what I'm saying?
When it come to like
that's the media.
Yeah, I don't get into that. When it come to like the goofy shit, niggas beefing, I stay out of that. Yeah, I mean that's weirdo shit.
Yeah, I feel like niggas be too rich to beef. Like, what the fuck y'all really beefing about?
Exactly. Yeah,
exactly. Niggas rich already. It's like go do something for the community or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if I don't know you personally, it's like what am I? I mean, what y'all listen to lately though? Like, fuck, when any albums that came out so far this year?
You're a Gunna, John?
No, I like it.
You like that, John?
Yeah, I like it.
I wasn't really fucking.
A lot of people don't. See, I
I only heard it like once or twice though. I got tuned back in. And, like,
I like it.
You know, sometimes things can grow on you and shit.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like. I had to play it like 3 times, and it's like, all right, this a good body. It's a good body. Like, it's not the best body at work, but I can listen. I can play it.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, what you get at, John?
Give it a bean too.
You said a 2?
Like a 6.
No,
damn. You said a 2?
Like I ain't hear it.
I thought you said a 2.
I was like, give it a bean.
I'm about to say, I'm like,
like a 6.
Like a 6? I can, yeah. Because when I first heard that, I was like,
I'm big Gates boy. Like
Gates. Oh yeah, I fuck with
Bitch,
Kenny
I'm a
Gates.
bitch.
I'm still on Only the Generals too. Like I ride around and play that. That dropped last year. Like
I got on the Gates and Luca Brasi too. I think
that's when I jumped on it. Gates.
Yeah, Gates.
I've been on Gates since Luca Brasi too, and I ain't too. Like Gates, one of the realest niggas in the game to me, and not because of how he carry himself or really his music, for what he stand for. And once again, he one of them niggas that don't give a fuck. I like them type of people, man. Like you can't take him out of his room. You can't take him out of his element. Yeah. And he gonna bless you with the music every time.
What's your favorite song from him, cuz? My favorite song is Drika.
Drika? Yeah,
I don't know. I got a lot of Gates favorites. I can't just name like I could literally listen to Gates album for album. Like I don't have a favorite Gates song.
Y'all fuck with The Weeknd?
I was, but
really
once he starts shining over to that
pop shit,
to that crowd, that they was talking about, I can't really.
Niggas comparing shit to Thriller. I'm like, how? Like Timberland said them this. He said that shit sound like Thriller. He said that shit should be on a vinyl. I swear to God. That's what when I heard it, I ain't like it. I sound like some '80s bullshit.
Nah,
I'm like,
you can't do nothing like that. You said Timberland said that.
Timberland producer.
I gotta talk with him.
That's something I can't believe.
He said that shit sound like Thriller.
Ross got a crazy album too.
What's that joint called?
I like Ross. Richer than I ever been.
I was surprised at that.
Richer than I ever been, right?
He sold 30K. I'm like,
he ain't a big time rapper. They not trying to check for Ross. You already said I'm living better than your favorite rappers.
Yeah. He do got that big ass plot of land.
Over a decade, never been nominated.
But this is my thing about Ross though. I think he said he'll go in a Versus with Hov. I'm like, nah.
I can see it.
You can see Ross going against Hov. I can see it.
Ross got some he got
some shit, but I don't know about Hov.
I just told people, I said there's 3 people I think that can go with Hov.
Who?
Nas, Ross, and Busta Rhymes.
I thought you was gonna say Drake.
Busta Rhymes.
You don't think Drake can go?
Drake can do it. Drake can do
Drake
it
can do that.
modern day now. But if we talk about from then till now,
I feel like I can't.
I gotta go
I
Busta.
put Drake against Hov.
But y'all forgetting the shit that
About
Drake
Wayne.
had. Not going against Hov and that, but y'all forget the shit Drake had way back when he was in fucking Trey Song videos and shit.
I'm a Drake fan.
I'm a Drake fan.
Right.
My top 5.
He really got some
What
work.
about Wayne?
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
You won't put Wayne against Hov?
No. And I'm gonna tell you
What
why.
Wayne though? What Wayne we
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
tell you why.
Wait,
I'm gonna
before
tell
you say it,
I'm gonna tell you why I say no to Wayne.
Before you say it, remember when Hov and Wayne got on Show Me What You Got, Hov had to rethink himself. Cause Wayne fucked that joint up. So before you say that, Hov said himself, "Oh shit, am I losing it?"
No. I tell people this all the time.
Go ahead.
You niggas fell in love with mixtape Wayne, not album Wayne.
Oh,
You didn't like album Wayne.
Carter 2, Carter 3.
Niggas wasn't tuned into that.
Yo,
Give me a song off for each Carter that you like.
Best rapper alive, The Mob, Hustler Music. Bro, like,
So you was tuned in then. So then you
like,
were one of the very few. People fell in love with mixtape Wayne.
Let the
No, I'm
beat
gonna be
build.
honest. People fell in love with Wayne when the Dirty Sprites and the Dedication when the Dedication and the drought start dropping.
I get you saying.
That's when niggas was Wayne crazy.
I get you saying.
When he was running on, when Wayne had the Carter 1 and the Carter, niggas weren't listening to the Carter 1 back then.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Y'all was listening to Hot Boys when it was Juvie and all of them. When the Carter 1 dropped, you got a few listeners, but you niggas wasn't tuned in like that to the Carter 1.
Nah, not the Carter 1. I say Carter 2. For me, Carter 2. That was like
a lot of people jumped on the Carter at the Carter 3.
Yeah, I do.
Carter 3?
Carter 3 was dope.
3P.
No Ceilings was
That
dope.
was
Let the beat build.
Yeah,
That's
that-
when niggas start.
Yo,
And by then he was running the mixtape game. Hov and I gotta give Hov his flowers, but I tell people like this all the time. I respect Hov as a businessman.
Facts. I'm not a businessman.
Musically, Hov, and people hate me for this.
What?
Man, if I know you watching, niggas hate me for this. Hov is like, he's an inspiration to so many artists, not me. I'll take 50 over Hov.
I can see that. Yeah, I can respect that. Yeah, because me
I can
personally,
second that, though, what he
I can agree with that.
Business wise,
Yeah.
Hov is a monster. He's a genius.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
I would love to sit around Hov just to soak up information about the game.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people fail to realize this with music. Music is 90% business, 10% rap.
Facts.
Niggas just want to rap all day. Niggas want to shoot videos all day. Nobody has the business side down pat.
Exactly.
And this is why people don't succeed. If you look at some of the big names in our city, they do this and drop and drop.
Yeah.
And drop. I don't even want to name niggas, but it's niggas that be around and be like,
name niggas. Let me hear something. Go ahead.
I'm not doing
This that podcast though. Yeah, we don't give a fuck. Go ahead, name niggas.
I can't give niggas that kind of light. I'm not even worried about
I respect that.
I can't name niggas. I like
that.
man.
I respect that.
A lot of people really forget the business side of the industry.
No, that's real shit though.
You gotta really know what you're doing.
Real shit.
Trademarks, LLCs, ass caps,
Publishing,
your rights, your master.
We did it all.
all that.
Motherfuckers getting these 360s and
Exactly. And get
20, 30 years later, they're trying to buy back the rights to their music.
Exactly.
How?
Yeah.
You don't got to buy back your music though.
How?
No, I feel you.
Not
I was
at
just
all.
talking about somebody the other day. They was like, oh, that's what I was telling them. I was like, yo, like a deal. It's like, see, back then, that's all I wanted back then. I want to get signed.
That was the thing.
That was
Now
the
it's
thing
more
back then,
you
but
can
it's
be
not about.
independent now.
Yeah, it's like
It's about the
you want
distribution deals.
Yeah, like
That's
you want
what we
as much
want.
more leverage.
Leg on top, we just want distribution.
That's it.
A bigger label to just market us. That's it. I don't need nothing
All that extra shit. Yeah.
because we're gonna make it happen on our own. And they have total complete rights to their music.
Creative control, all that.
They got all that. When you on the BOTB, you have access to all of that. Because that's not what we in it for. We in it to show motherfuckers that there's actually a light at the end of that tunnel. You can actually get in here and learn something and gain from it and put your family and the people around you in a better position. And we still, like, niggas is still fighting. We ain't in the best, like, niggas is still trying to get their shit together.
Right.
We're not in the greatest position, but you got to start somewhere. And this is what, like, I'm willing to do. And then I got a solid foundation of brothers that's backing me. So that's where we at with the label.
This our year though. I know niggas be saying this our year. No, for real though. The shit that's coming out this year, this is it. BMO, fucking Evil Twins, TrenchGod, myself, Big Freako. Bro, we've been shooting videos since last year, like, to now. Like, the shit that's about to drop, this shit gonna be super duper crazy, man. Super crazy.
I'm gonna ask y'all though, how did the pandemic affect y'all though? Like affect like the music and shit and promotion? Like did it affect y'all? Or y'all
Nope.
just like, no, not at all. Not at
Still
all?
was rocking.
We still was locked in.
Shout out Diego too, man.
Diego, my plug, man. One of the best
Shout
engineers
out
in the city
Diego.
right now.
That just is more writing time for me. We
Writing
ain't gotta
time.
go to work. We ain't gotta. I'm in the crib. I'm writing something. Let's get it.
I definitely feel you. So what else should we look forward to before we? I mean,
Before we wrap it up.
Dripper for president. That's first thing
for
first.
president.
Drip for press.
Press.
Cheese. What you doing, Cheese?
Talk to him, Cheese.
Hey, I mean, we got progression on the way. That's like, I say like 60% done. Couple songs, you feel me? Got to get the artwork and all that cool stuff done. But that shit definitely on the way. I'm trying to have it out around my birthday, February 25th. So they ain't too long. It's like a month, some change from now.
Yeah,
Some
right around the corner.
visuals. We working. That's all I'm gonna say.
I got Son of an Ex-Drug Dealer dropping. That's dropping in like July, August, something like that. We still working on sometime.
you gonna fuck this up
We gonna
bad.
fuck I'm gonna fuck it up bad. I was about to get into it, but we'll get into it when y'all hear. You know what I'm saying? this ain't that. I don't want no indictments and shit and all that. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, Son of an Ex-Drug Dealer. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Y'all,
Then you got Trench World, man.
Yeah, Trench World.
hey, that's what's up. Y'all got any, before we wrap it up, y'all want to shout anybody out before we wrap it up and shit?
Yeah, shout out us, man.
Yeah, man.
The mob, man.
BMO.
Shout out BMO. Shout out Evil Twins. BOTB back big on top. It's the mob, you bitches.
Free the members.
You know what I'm saying?
No man.
Free Saucy, man.
Free sauce.
Free my brother Saucy. That's one of the, you know what I'm saying, the key factors to this. You know what I'm saying? He federal 15 years, but you know, we holding it down, man. We holding it down. That's one of the faces, man.
Free sauce.
Long live Lil Low, you hear me?
You know what I'm saying? Yo, can y'all do me a favor before we wrap it up?
What's up? What's up?
Like we gonna get into some music.
What you want to do?
We gonna be able to play something off the album.
Oh,
or
but yeah,
something?
we can play whatever. Like,
All right, let's play Clout Chasing. Matter of fact, you ain't even gotta play Clout Chasing. Can you play that joint your Bless Watson did?
That's like
Can we hear Bless Watson? Can we hear Bless Watson track?
Yeah. Hold on, what you call?
Send it to you. Let me help you out. Let me come around.
We got it's a world premiere.
Yeah. Shout out Bless
Watson. World premiere. Dietz Watson.
Yo, I'm going to pipe it to the whole podcast. Mr. What? Fuck out of here, Mr. Watson. Man, you ain't even a mister. You a Mrs. Watson. Fuck you. It's the fucking mob, you dummy. You done fucked up and fucked with the fucking mob, dummy. Big B-O-T-B. You fucking... You don't know what the fuck I'm saying. You fucking... you degenerate? Nah, man. Kill this nigga, man.
Right about now.
You lost. Hey, yo, the crazy part is, man, like, I really like this kid. I don't know if he's Bless Watson, Dietz Watson. I don't know. But hey, Mr. Watson, let me set the record straight. Been a bomb, you just ticked me off. It's time to detonate. This fat boy Kofi, you look lighter than a featherweight. Murder in the first. Pray to God for heaven's sake. Now why would you mention a God that wasn't bright of you? Now I'ma do this podcast with friends just in spite of you. Cut it out or I'ma have to show you what a knife would do. Shots will make a moonwalk, shit have him hitting Michael moves. Yeah, never mention once again. I'll make it so he make sure you won't never come out once again. Back on top forever. Trippin', he for president. You must think I'm a peon, artificial, you're intelligent. This shit here feel like bullying. I'ma load this fully, making sure this clip is fully in. They'll never Big Willie Hill. Man, I already slaughtered you, nigga. Sure carded you, nigga. Fuck son, shit, he guarded you, nigga. Click pop, but I ain't father you, nigga. That shit for family call. You the type, see, we get in the way and get the family call. Album on the way, okay? Seasons at the Grammy Falls. Never let them play with your name, that's what my granny told. Overly confident in your craft, I really like that. But how you swing first and stop swinging when we fight back? Hey, you a little dose of math, hope you can fight that. Blood, man, that shit was more like blood on my white slack. Not a soft body in my bone and you super tender. Own boss, walk off like I'm AB, I'm a super gremlin. Band members only Tyson, Calvin Cheese, they super split. Fast, so when I rap, breath control, cause I be super. Okay, we gon' need a body bag. Stretch his ass out like a Pilates class. Niggas that he came with, same shit. We just see a lot of ass. Garbage bars, we just see a lot of trash. It's time to dispose of you boulders who flow ain't as potent explosive. When I'm toting the folding, he's packed and we actually smoke. Never told him he Trojan, this rapper is actually gold. That's a magnum for action, she laughing while grabbing my scrotum. Can't keep up, Jelly, he don't speak much. You got a song called Chopper, I hope you got your heat up. Beloved, really love it, bro, you bugging, get you tweaked up. Drench God fighting his case, let's keep it peace, bruh. I'm elite, nigga, you are a deceased, nigga. This is like a Lunchable, this shit ain't even beef, nigga. Pure leaf unsweet, and your shit is like a tea, nigga. Killed him on the Sabbath, now bow your head and preach with us.
Right.
Right now.
Trench.
Right now. Hey, look. Hey, Bless, we let you live. You got your feelings over something off a line. You just can't play with real niggas like that. Like next time you drop a track, make sure it's worth it. God.
I like that joint, but make sure you tell them how I don't play about that rap shit when they come to you and I slap the shit out of you.
It's the fucking mob. You thought it was, yeah.
It's the mob.
It's Big B.O.T., man. B.O.T.B.
You dropped it already or you gonna drop that joint?
I'm dropping this shit now.
Let's get it, man.
Push sync. Hit the kill switch.
Because told me to chill, because I was going to get on his ass too, just for even saying something.
Yeah, definitely, yo.
You know how the mob rock.
Like, tomorrow or something, send me that shit. And I'm gonna put it in the
You got it already.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. I got it.
Alright, just send it to my
I got it on my
email.
file or whatever.
And then cloud chasing. I send cloud chasing. I send
the
cloud
chasing
chasing
too.
Alright, bet.
We look up on it's on Apple Music though.
Okay.
It's on Apple Music, y'all. Cloud chasing. Go stream that right now.
Bad. So I mean, y'all got any more shout outs before we wrap it up and shit?
Shout
out
man.
y'all.
Shout out
I appreciate
Unforgiven
y'all for coming through,
Podcast, man.
I appreciate y'all coming through, man.
Real
for
shit,
real,
man.
Shout out AHP, man. The Heroes Production and all that. We booming. Shout out Bell Shots. Shout out Who James. Shout out 88 Michi, Big Freako. You know the whole gang. Definitely shout out West 59th Street. Shout out Will 53K. Shout out 4K Kells, Toxic, Cheese. Y'all know what we doing, man. This Back on Top shit is about to be the biggest thing in the city, man.
Dummies.
God!
And shout out God for making us, nigga.
Bet. So it's the Unforgiven podcast, man. It's episode 95. It's a wrap, man.